Hi students, how are you doing? We're moving on to a new topic, positive and negative numbers. We've spent many years, teaching you how to add and subtract within the positive numbers region. So today onwards, we are going to introduce you to negative numbers and some of the skills that you should apply whenever you're solving problems involving negative numbers. Okay, let's carry on with our lesson. So in the real number world, we have positive numbers, which is 1 to infinity, positive infinity, and of course there's also the other extreme, which is called the negative region. We seldom touch on it, but from today onwards we will emphasize a little bit more in the negative numbers. Okay, so from 0 you have -1, -2, -3, -4. So as from -4, let's see, if the number get even smaller, it actually goes towards the left. Okay, so things that you need to know, okay, whenever you need to add a number, your result is always towards the right hand side. Like for example, 6 plus 9, answer is 15. So the result actually goes further away to the right side. So likewise, when you need to subtract, so let's say from -1, if -1, you minus another 5, your answer is -6. So the answer actually goes towards the left on the number line. Okay, this is the basic principle. Wherever you need to add, you always go to the right hand side. Okay, you always go the direction on the number line, you always go to the right. And when you need to minus, you always go towards the left. Okay, for example, 7 minus 2. That's something that we have already learned in kindergarten, isn't it? 7 minus 2, just using the number 9 to represent. So first, whenever we need to increase, you always go to the right. Whenever decreasing, you go to the left. Okay, again, go back to the basic principle. So 7 minus 2, look, 7. Okay. So for example, for 7 minus 2, it will simply means 7. Okay, when you minus 2, the value actually decreases by 2, isn't it? So that's how you get 5 as answer. You actually minus 2 here, which is moving backwards 2 steps. That's how you get answer 5. Okay, what about 5 plus 2? Okay, it simply means 5. You move 2 to the right because adding is moving to the right hand side when value is increasing. So you move 2 steps. That's how you get 7 as the answer. Got it? So what about 3 minus 2? We're going back to kindergarten, isn't it? Okay, 3 minus 2, again, locate where is 3. 3 is there. Minus 2 means the value gets smaller, so it's decreasing. It moves to the left. So move 2 steps. Answer is 1, isn't it? So that is the basic principle. Just remember that. Value increasing, go to the right. Value decreasing, go to the left on the number line. Okay, so general rule, when you add, you move arrow to the right. When you subtract, you move arrow to the left. Okay, just remember that basic principle. Locating points on the number line. So basically, again, we have the positive and negative region. So looking at the various points, okay, look at 5. Where's 5 located on the number line? Yep, that's right. -7, let's look at -7. Yep, that's right. Okay, where's -2? Yep, that's it. And general rule, when you add and subtract, again, this is, you see, I'm going to be like a broken record. I'm going to repeat this over and over again. Whenever you add, the arrow got to go to the right. When you subtract, the arrow got to go to the left. Okay, so now 12 minus 5. Let's look at where's 12. Minus, value gets smaller, you go to the left. How many steps? 5 steps. So you count 5 steps, and your answer is 7. Am I right? So next one. What about 3 minus 5? Oh, let's look at where 3. 3 is here. Minus, the value gets smaller. Means I'm going to move 5 steps to the left. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's my end result? My end result is -2. That's how I get -2 as the end result. Got it so far? So -5, again, let's look for -5. -5 is located there. -4, when I'm -5 and -4 again means my value will get even smaller. When it gets me even smaller, I move to the left. How many steps do I move? I move 4 steps to the left. And that's how I get minus 9 as the answer. Are you all good? Okay, let's move on. I'm going to give you many examples. What about 8 minus 14? Okay, let's locate where's 8. 8 is there, and minus 14. So when you minus 14, the value gets smaller, so I got to move to the left. How many steps do I need to move? 14 steps. Let's move 14 steps. So first, I got to move 14 steps. Oh, that's how I get minus 6. So how do you get 14 steps? If you look at this, from here to here is 8 steps. And then from here to here is another 6 steps. If you add them together, isn't that 14 steps? Make sense? Good. Let's move on to the next question. Oh, 5 plus 4. Something that's very familiar. But let's use the number line to represent it. Look at 5. If I need to add 4, the value get bigger. So must go to the right hand side. Move 4 steps. That's how I get 9 as the answer. Easy to understand? Let's move on. Okay. So you say when we add, arrow moves to the right. So again, there's a principle that I've been emphasizing on it, isn't it? So now, minus 5 plus 4. Let's locate where is minus 5. Okay, minus 5 is here. Whenever we add, meaning the value will actually get bigger. So I got to move to the right hand side. How many steps do I go? 4 steps. So that's how I end up at minus 1. So minus 1 is the result. Minus 8 plus 12. Let's look for minus 8. Where's minus 8? Minus 8 is here. Plus 12 means I need to move 12 steps to the right. Okay, so again, how do I get 12 steps here? So this is actually from here to here is 8 steps. From here to here is another 4 steps. So this actually is 12 steps here, isn't it? That's how you get 4 as the answer. Good. Let's go on to another one. Oh, minus 13 plus 9. So where's minus 13? Okay, minus 13 is there. Plus 9. Plus 9 means the value gets bigger. So I got to move to the right hand side. How many steps do I move? I move 9 steps. So that's how I get minus 4 as the answer. Okay, that's an error. Yes, let's keep it. Yeah, it should be minus 4. My mistake, sorry guys. Okay. Let's try this question. Okay, pause the video, try it on your own. 12 minus 17. Yep, 12 minus 17. I got to move 17 steps backwards. So my end result is minus 5. Okay, what about the next one? Again, pause the video, work it out. 5 minus 8. Okay, where's 5? Oh, that's right, it's minus 3 as the result. Next one, minus 11 plus 17. What's your answer? Pause the video. Yes, 6 is the answer. 6 minus 14. Again, pause the video, work it out. Answer is minus 8. Okay, important things to note. In your exercise book, you actually see this. Where you have minus minus, what does that really mean? Okay, minus and minus simply means it's a plus. So whenever you see even number of minus, it always means it's positive. Okay, just remember that. Okay, whenever you see minus and plus, minus times negative times positive, you always have a result of negative. Just remember that. So what happens here? You have an odd number, negative sign. So whenever you have an odd number, it simply means it is a negative. So negative times negative times negative, it gets a negative answer. So you actually get a minus as the end result. Okay, these are all principles of negative numbers. In fact, when you learn about multiplication and division, we'll touch more on this at a later stage. Okay, so what about this kind of situation? Oh no, so many signs. I don't think you have that many of such situation in year 7, but in year 8, definitely there will be many more such confusing signs, to actually test your understanding Anyway, we will touch on it today so that you can get a good understanding on the concept. Not a difficult concept at all. So as you can see, the first four negative numbers are negative. Remember I told you when there are negative, when there's an even number of negative sign, means it's a positive sign, isn't it? So positive and positive, because the end result here is positive. That's why it's positive. Positive and positive is positive. Okay? And unfortunately, you have positive and negative, you have a negative. So the end result is actually 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. Got it so far? Okay, let's move on. What about this situation? Wow, one big chunk of signs, but don't worry, let's break it down step by step. Okay, first two signs is minus and plus. Minus and plus is negative, isn't it? Negative sign plus positive sign is negative. So negative plus positive, negative and positive is negative still. Now negative and negative is positive. And then after that, negative, positive and negative is negative. Negative and positive now is negative. So the end result is actually 8 minus 6. Okay, all good? No problem? Okay, so that's how I get the end results. And things to take note on the number plane. Okay, I know this is quite a long video. Okay, bear with me. We're going to be over very soon. So things to take note on the number plane. Okay, you have the x-axis and the y-axis. To take note of that, there's a two-dimensional axis. So right in the middle is called the origin. Sometimes we call it 0, 0. Okay, so let's locate the points. Whenever you need to read from the number plane, you always read the x-axis first, then the y-axis. Okay, always remember x-axis first, then y-axis. So 0.48. So we look at x being 4. Okay, that's 4. But you move the dot upwards to look for 8. Yes, that's where you end up. That's where 0.48 is. Got it? You read the x value first, then the y value to locate the point. What about 5.2? Very quickly. Okay, look at the screen. Maybe you can touch on your own screen to see whether you are correct. Where is 5.2? So again, you read from the x value first, then y value. So x value, then y. That's how you get 5.2. That's the point x, 0.52. Okay, let's move on. Where's minus 6.2? So again, look for the x value, minus 6, then plus 2. Go up 2 steps. That's where you get minus 6.2. Then what about minus 3, minus 6? Again, look for the x value, minus 3. Then move down another 6 steps. That's how you get minus 3, minus 6. Got it? Yep, let's move on. Where's 10 minus 8? Pause the video and check out whether you get the same answer as me. 10, then after that, minus 8. Yep, that's the point. Yep, that's good. So now, again, more practice for you. So go and locate all these points on your own. You can pause the video, write down on a piece of paper where are these points located. Okay, that's right. Point A is minus 7, 8. Point B is 0, 6. Point C is 2, minus 4. Point D is minus 2, minus 10. Point E is 6, 5. And point F is the origin, which is 0, 0. Okay? So sometimes, people call this, instead of a number plane, we call it a Cartesian plane. So things to take note. Again, this is something that you need to memorize. The first quadrant, this is where the first quadrant is located. Second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So how do you know which one is which quadrant? Okay, in terms of definition, whenever you have positive value of x and positive value of y, that's why you call it the first quadrant. The next quadrant is actually negative for x and positive for y. That's how you get the second quadrant. And the third quadrant, you actually have both of them negative. So negative x, negative y. That's why it's known as the third quadrant. And the fourth quadrant, okay, make a guess. That's right. It's actually positive x, negative y. That make up the fourth quadrant. Okay, so that's the end of my my lesson for today, and please go through my Ed Online and complete all the required questions in the textbook. Okay, bye bye.